What's up, guys? Welcome to the Here Goes Nothing podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Peter, and this is episode 1, and we're kind of bad at this, obviously. So to make things a little bit less intense, we're going to be playing a Madden game, Madden 21, because, you know, it's the same game, so why would I need 23?
Are we randoming going off the first random?
First random.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I got the Cardinals.
Alright, I got the Colts. Alright.
You're better than me, apparently. Oh, but I can run. I got Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Sucks for you.
Oh, it's an arcade. You might want to change that.
Yeah, we don't want to play arcade.
Hito.
Got it.
Okay. Well, the first thing I want to talk about is the Pelicans game last night. Now, we can get into the game if you want, but there's something that happened yesterday. I get up to the arena, and I want to get my girlfriend like a souvenir. So I go in the gift shop.
Oh, you went with her?
No,
okay.
I went with my dad. But I wanted
to
get her.
Not me.
I wanted to surprise her with a gift from the gift shop.
Yeah, reasonably priced.
No, so I walk in, and everything is literally a T-shirt was $45, and I just
sounds pretty good.
It probably costs 50 cents to make.
For a little slave to make.
So I go all the way to the back of the shop or whatever.
Yeah.
And oh shit. Okay. And I see a finger foam pointer. And I don't see a price.
Oh, a foam.
Yeah, foam finger.
I thought you said phone.
No. And I didn't want to get that. And then I stumble upon this cute little basketball stuffed animal
You kidding me?
type thing. And it was $25. It was a little Nerf, not a Nerf, but it was a stuffed animal. I named him Bam Bam.
Before you bought him?
No, I bought him, then named him Bam Bam.
Like Flintstones?
I don't know. I've never heard of that. But
pop culture reference.
I go throughout the whole game. Okay. I go through the whole game, right?
Yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, all right, it's under my seat. Don't forget him. It's under my seat. Do not forget him. This is a surprise. And the game went down to the wire. It was a 2-point game, and everybody's standing up, and Luka takes a step back 3. He missed it, and we leave. And I'm out the theater. I'm out the stadium. And then my dad's like literally sprint walking to the car, and I don't know why. And then right when we're literally like a couple feet outside the arena, and I just remember, I'm like, I fucking left the toy. I couldn't remember to bring home the fucking toy. And I was furious. I was so disappointed. I actually had a bit of depression after that. Because it's such an easy thing. In the whole night, I was telling myself, don't forget this thing.
What happens when it goes wire to wire? You know? That sucks for you.
But I saw Arch Manning.
Well, I did.
Hold on, let me cut you off because I feel like this is more important. I saw Arch Manning, and in my mind, I've never fanboyed over like
someone you don't know.
Some person I don't know, but is like relative to my age. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, that's Arch Manning. And for some reason in my mind, I was like, why the hell is he at the Pelicans game?
I don't know if I'd ever recognize him.
I recognized him. And I said, why is he at the Pelicans game? I thought it never occurred to me that he lives in New Orleans.
Yeah, well, that's where his family's from.
I know, and I was the whole time I was like, oh, well, maybe it can't be a recruiting thing because LSU, it's like he's just signed or committed to Texas. So I'm like, why would he be in Louisiana? And then, so that's the only story.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna run it back. So what were you saying before I cut you off?
I can't recall.
Oh.
While you were doing that game, I watched the first half, and then I was like, well, watching this is bringing bad luck to the Pelicans because we were up by like 12, and I started watching, and then they came back, and there was like an 8-0 score lead and stuff, and I was like, well, it's probably best if I don't watch the game and put my bad juju on this. So I watched Sweeney Todd. Pretty good. Very bloody. Very bloody. Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to cut you off again because that was horrible. But here's another thing I picked up on. All right, so, of course, I'm at the game. One thing you got to know about me, and I've had this anxiety for any sporting event, any type of, like, I don't like going to the games because I have a intense fear of being, like, selected to do, like, their games.
You don't have to do it.
I know, but I just fear whatever. It's a fear. Oh, how did he drop that pass? Okay. The cameraman was literally inches from my face. In my mind, I got on the Jumbotron, and I saw myself out of the corner of my eye. I didn't want to acknowledge it. I did not want to... Let's do a pick. I did not want to acknowledge him because I felt like he would stay, and I saw him throw his hands up like, give me something, please. Because I turned... Because I don't, whenever they scored,
the fans, the wrong person.
Whenever they score, they want the fans to, like, react, like, happy or whatever, and I just didn't give it to them. I looked to the other direction and, like, spoke to my dad or, like, some fan. Well, there's another, anyway. But he was upset with me because I did that. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to watch a game here. I don't want a big, giant-ass camera in my face. Yeah. And he's like kneeling and he's like pointing at me, and I got on the Jumbotron, and I was like, my gosh, that sucks. And
then after I was like, I was on the Jumbotron.
No. And another thing that I picked up on in this, okay, and I'm gonna call out your brothers too because they live in this. Your whole family does. The fan in front of me, he was drunk.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, it scares me how little the average fan knows about basketball. Because, like, no matter what, the ref calls a foul, it's not a foul. Oh, like, the opposing, like, your brothers were like, oh, Luka, he complains a lot. I'm like, yeah, he does, but, like, I saw the replay. Most of them were fouls. The ref got it right every time.
I'm just joking with you.
I know. But I'm saying, the fan, like the stuff he was saying was so generic. It was like it was worrisome because he was speaking with such confidence that I was like, oh my gosh, this guy.
He's dangerous.
He thinks he knows what he's talking about, and it's like the most generic fan stuff ever. He's like, first off, why are fans? Why do people feel the need to yell out stuff? Like the fans, the players cannot hear at all, especially where we were from. We were like 20 rows in. And there's like 20,000 people.
I heard you got good seats.
They were pretty good seats. I mean, your brothers had good seats. I mean, there was at like mid-court.
I heard you were closer.
I was like 10 rows in front of them. And, so yeah, like, I just, something about those fans are just a little bit annoying. And I think a lot of the players that we have are like role players, and they just assume like that guy, he's a rookie, his name's Dyson Daniels.
Yeah.
And
dude looks a lot like Jackson Hayes.
He creeps the shit out of me.
He looks like the creepy off-brand of Jackson Hayes.
He is, dude. If anyone, like in terms of emotion, he's the closest to Kawhi Leonard. That dude didn't even he didn't have facial expressions. But he ended up like hitting a three. He did not look he was all right on defense. He's above average on defense.
Well, he's a rookie, right?
Yeah. He was above average on defense for a rookie. And he looked, his offensive game, it worried me because he looked very uncomfortable dribbling and playing offense. Mm-hmm. and like the basketball looked like a new object to him, like he's never seen one before. And then he would just give it up. Like he tried to like dribble attack, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy can't play basketball offensively. And then he ended up like hitting a three, and the fan in front of me turned around and said, if he's hitting those, you better watch out. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you serious right now? You think the Dyson Daniel, like a 1-3, like, if you're hitting these, the league better watch out.
Buckle up.
He's coming. This is the new, he's up next. Watch out, league. He's taking over. And I'm like, all right, chill. He just hit a wide open three. And if you can't tell, like, that's what bothered me. I'm like, dude, this guy can't play offense. And like the fan was like riding him, like, oh, he hit a three. So, anyway. A lot of things about the human nature you can figure out at a sporting event. And it's pretty fun.
Well, I think about a lot, especially when it comes to football. It's crazy. It's just like, especially when you're in a football stadium, it's like, man, this is what the freaking Romans did. Except, I mean, minus these people would be killing each other.
Well, sometimes
but like,
they do kill each other.
I think football is the closest to that in the sense of like you're actually hitting, other than maybe like boxing or like UFC stuff.
Yeah.
But like based off of outdoor coliseum, and then you're like nailing these people, and it's kind of cool. But it's kind of
it is cool.
Weird. It's like what makes the human body want that? Like, why is that enjoyable?
Well, also getting paid a couple million to do it is fun.
Yeah, but the other times there's just to not die.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I hate you. Always going on.
Phil Rivers is so slow. Oh my gosh, Phil Rivers is so slow.
I don't know how you've been able to run past my players. Yeah. Yeah, but isn't it? I don't know. It's cool, especially like when you go like Death Valley. I get that feeling.
I'm not a fan of football, and it, you know, being from Louisiana, people are always shocked that I say that, but it's not really fun for me. I like watching on TV, I guess, but I'm not like, oh my gosh. It's more of an event thing. Like, I only watch football based off, like, you go to somebody's house and you have a party with like food and whatever. And
I think it's just nice because it's like the nicest sport. Just talk around and be in the background. For me, it's one of the best. Like that, like just we can just hang and stuff, but there's something to watch.
He's so slow.
I will say, I'm like that with baseball. I can't.
I
can't watch baseball.
I've never watched a baseball game.
No, I can watch baseball if I'm there at the stadium, and I'll enjoy it. But I will never be able to watch it on TV.
I've been to one baseball game, ever.
I've been to a couple.
And I didn't watch it all the way through, I don't believe. And it was freezing, let me tell you.
I want to go to this hockey game, so I'm going January 2nd. But I want to go to these other ones.
Hockey would be a fun, like, in-person thing. I'm not really, I'm just not a big fan. It just doesn't interest me at all.
What's about to get really exciting is they're about to have the World Cup? Yeah.
Oh, World Cup? Yeah, that's in like a month. That'll be fun.
It's November 20th.
See, like, America is obviously behind in soccer.
Well, it's because there's so many soccer games.
I think people, also the sports betting is going to be ridiculous on that. But, yeah, like, no one really cares. It's like college basketball. No one gives a shit until March Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just too many teams. There's too many. There's too many to follow. In America, at least for an outsider's view.
In America, it is getting a little more popular, but for the most part, it's basketball, football, baseball.
That's because all the pro stuff's getting annoying.
Yeah. I have another scenario. If you were at an away game, maybe it matters on the sport. Would you wear like your home team jersey at the away game?
Yeah,
you would.
I did that. I did that at the Bears game I went to.
I don't like doing. I've never been to an away game. I would be hesitant to wear the home jersey, just because you're kind of welcoming trash talk, and then you never know, like some guy, like some drunk idiot, start to fight, and a
Not if your
brawl.
team
That
wins.
happens, dude.
But not if your team wins. Like I was.
Yeah, no, yes, if your team wins. The other
dude,
fan, the home.
I left that that. Oh my god! I left the Bears game. It looked like I left the Superdome. So many fans went to it, and we stayed longer than the Bears fans. And at the end, we were walking out just chanting. Well, that's back when we had Teddy Bridgewater had to take over for Drew Brees because he got hurt, and everybody was just chanting Teddy, Teddy. It was amazing. It's a cool feeling. So I guess it just depends what team.
I don't know. I feel like you're,
And
just
maybe
welcoming,
what sport.
you're welcoming physical altercation.
I don't care.
Well,
It was Super Bowl day. Super Bowl day. I was wearing freshman year of college in 2019.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen every time.
I was wearing a
but I'm
Chiefs
just saying-
shirt. I had some people be like, "Oh no, you're not gonna win." I had some people like, "Oh, Chiefs." I was like, "Yeah, some recognition." It goes both ways. Can you handle the pressure? Is the question.
From what? You playing what?
Can you handle the pressure of people? Maybe.
No. Hating me? No, I don't like that.
I'm cool with it if it's like a sport.
I don't know. What? I'm sure you got other stuff to say.
I do. Let me just tackle you real quick. So I was at class today, and we had everybody got a piece of paper, and you put the names of your other classmates on it, and you write 3 roles that you think they could play. And I wrote down all the ones people thought I could be. Some of them were very. I was very surprised because I was like, they're pretty spot on my personal life. And I was like, a lot of it was you're insecure. And I was like, dang, tell me how you really feel, So the first one I got, somebody said I look like a punk. I could play a punk. So that's cool. I didn't think I could play a punk, so I'll take that. A goofball, that's a given.
Yeah.
An athlete.
No, that's not true.
Now, if I put clothes,
No, that's not true. It's no.
not possible.
You could play They were saying you resemble.
Like
the clock is running?
Yeah, a character. A character I could play as an athlete. You don't think so?
You don't strike me as an athlete, Peter.
I've been in athletics.
No. Okay, well, there's a difference. There's a difference between playing on a team and being an athlete.
I'd be playing the role. It's not like that I really am this person.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Okay.
acting.
Could you play? It depends on the position and the sport.
Kicker.
No, I don't. It'll be tough.
Water boy.
It'll be a tough sell. I don't know. Maybe that's just because I know you, though.
Maybe.
Because it's hard for me to see you in that banking commercial.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like,
Next thing, this one hit home. And I was like, dang, you really just wanted to throw a shot at me. Great friend who struggles with girls because he's shy.
that is
I was
accurate.
like-
That's accurate, but it's yes. Oh shit! Are you about to run the? Kyler Murray's too fast. All right, he just ran. He just ran like 80 yards.
That was sick. Oh, 65-yard touchdown.
That person knew you well.
The thing is, you don't know who told you these.
Oh,
So it's like, dang.
maybe that was someone who wanted you to ask them out.
No. Because what? they're all the girls are older than me.
So?
Or in a relationship.
Oh.
Next one. A geek who's struggling. A geek who's struggling.
When I think of geek, I think of like computer stuff. But when you talk about your comics and your DC love, we could talk about the Black Adam movie after this. But
I got some.
I could see that.
Okay. Now this one wants to be cool. Just a person who wants to be cool.
No, you don't. No.
I think I'm pretty. I think I know what I am.
I think you're secure in your identity of like it's kind of nerdy, but all like.
But I mean, at least I can
different.
talk to most people.
Yeah, you can talk to most people, but you're like kind of like comfortable being
Weird.
not weird, but just different.
A kid from Runnels.
Yes.
The next one. This one was weird. This one got a giggle out of everybody in the class. College frat guy.
No.
Couldn't be in the frat.
It's hard for me to distinguish, like, could you play that or, like, you are that?
See, when I did it, I was like, what do these people look like their job would be? That was how I saw it. Like, I saw this one guy, I was like, oh, you look like a sheriff. This other person, I was like, you look like you could be a hairdresser. So that's kind of like, a lot of the things I put for people were just side characters, which I enjoy playing the side character. I think that's really fun. You get more freedom than being the main character, because you could kind of break away and put a little more what you want into that. The next thing I got is a med student.
No.
I would have never seen.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. A med student, man.
I don't know, dude. I'm sucking right now.
Yeah, I just intercepted.
Okay.
Another one is a writer. Now I would that one
Like writer?
Yeah, just like a writer, like a guy who writes. A writer.
We're going to go through all of these? Pick two more.
I think it's cool. So I got writer twice, which is weird because I never thought about that.
Oh, it's because you write poetry.
I don't write poetry.
Yeah, you do. Or
I've
songs.
written poetry.
Whatever.
And then this one was cool. This was because I got an actor that apparently I'm like. So it said awkward boyfriend, Michael Cera. So do I give off Michael Cera vibes?
I gotta be honest with you. I've never seen a Michael Cera movie except for This Is the End. You don't strike me as like a. Well, I don't even know the word to describe Michael Cera, but like ballless maybe.
He ain't got no balls.
I don't know.
Well, it's nice to have balls. I think that's a great attribute.
Well, it's essential, but let's move on.
Okay.
Black Adam.
Oh, I could talk all day about Black Adam. Well, just not Black Adam, but mostly
okay. Well, let me just say,
DC.
I mean, no one's gonna hear this, but like, spoiler alert. So if you are gonna watch Black Adam, don't.
He's not black.
Listen.
He's Egyptian.
That's true. He is. The Rock has taken stuff, right?
I will say this: he looked old. Did he not look
He's
old? Like
50.
right off the beginning? No,
The Rock
but
is 50.
I know, but like, I don't know. His face just looked old.
It's getting a little leathery. It's getting to the leathery
Yes,
stage.
that's what
Like,
it was hitting. I was like, geez, I was like, how long has it been since I've seen a Rock movie or something? I mean, I follow him on Instagram and stuff, so it's like I see him post.
I don't know. I didn't really notice. I just know like he got bigger. Every movie he does, he's bigger than the last one.
I mean,
And at some point, you got to reach your
he looks like
makeup.
he looks like he smells like a protein fart. That's
There's a few people that you say that about. Carmen Electra is one.
yes, Carmen Electra
From The Last Dance.
She looks like
The
a
scene
GNC.
From the
A
scene,
GNC
the scene
is
from
in
The
her
Last
house.
Dance, she looked like she smelled like perfume and protein.
Protein.
Like it's like a makeup, like tan makeup or like concealer. I don't know. I don't
Almost
know.
the feeling I get from Taylor. I get the
Maybe
same
in 30
feeling with
years.
Taylor.
Maybe in 30.
Like I never smell it like that, but that's like what it
Like, hey, you drinking protein?
it's like it gives me that feeling.
He did, and I didn't get that. I mean, the Rock, dude, yeah. There's some concern. I'm concerned about the Rock and about his health because you're not gonna fool me, all right? It's not gonna happen. And a lot of people in like the Hollywood, I almost got the first in the Hollywood, like you saw with that. Who's that Kumail Nanjiani guy?
Oh my
He was
gosh,
like
that
he was
dude
like a
was
soft belly,
obviously
like
taking
man
something.
tits, and then like 6 months later, was ripped out of his mind.
That dude does not look good ripped.
Oh, I think he does, but like just from objectively. That was a run play, and I don't know. Like a lot of those people, a lot of the I mean, I think. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about.
It just doesn't look like it's supposed to. It's almost like how people said, which can bring us into another conversation. How Nick Cage, when he did Ghost Rider, people thought his abs were fake, but
That's
it
correct.
was real. It just looks weird.
I think it looks weird also because, well, we could also talk about the Thor thing. Chris Hemsworth, I think he's on everything. But the Nick Cage thing, I think people just said that because he might have been just taking stuff because
But I mean, it was. Really
gotta
him.
remember,
It doesn't. It was really him though.
that was a late hit. You gotta remember, he was like, how old is he? Like 50 something, 60?
Probably. 60s.
So Ghost Rider was like 2007.
And he's a teenager in the 80s.
Okay, the reason why is because you don't look like that when you're in your mid
Probably
50s.
50s. Probably 50s.
I think Nick Cage is in his 60s, probably late 60s. Let's Google it.
I don't know. But I mean, he's in Valley Girl. What was that? Like 86 or something?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
He's got to be around.
He's 58.
Yeah, he's got to be around.
So Ghost Rider,
Johnny Depp or something.
Jeez, I don't know math.
Ghost Rider came out.
He was like in his
Mid-2000s.
40s when Ghost Rider came out. So it's just like
Early 40s.
yeah, but it like maybe it is possible. I don't know. I don't know fitness, but I think when someone goes through his whole life without looking ripped and then gets absolutely shredded in his 40s.
You know who's always like pretty like in shape for no reason? Ben Stiller.
When he was in The Watch, he got ripped.
Dude, he was ripped in the.
He was ripped in
Meet the Fockers, and you're like, why? You're supposed to be like this guy who
Yeah,
messes
like
up
he
everything.
no, but he was in one movie where he was.
Supposed to be a spaz.
Oh well, obviously the one that comes to mind is the White Goodman in Dodgeball. So he had to get ripped.
Oh.
But he was actually. He's also kind of small though.
Yeah.
So. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, for our
Oh my gosh.
for our two listeners, they're gonna be disappointed. But yeah.
So on this Nick Cage
Go on.
talk, you know, who is he, or better yet, maybe what is he?
I think he's one of those guys that has become, what do they call it, like a caricature
Yeah.
of themselves. It happened to Elvis. I think Nick Cage is one of them. Who else? I mean, celebrities are everywhere. Like they just turn into like themselves.
Maybe
Like Jared,
maybe Tom
like
Cruise.
Jared Leto
Maybe Tom Cruise.
is getting weirder by the second. Tom, no, I don't
Only
think
Tom Cruise is my only thought, only because of being in 13 freaking Mission Impossibles.
no, I think he just knows like he gets it done. Like he gets like two.
He's the guy who runs in every movie, though.
Yeah, I know, but Jared Leto is like becoming like a intensified version of him, of what like people think he's wearing like scarves and stuff. Like like when COVID hit, he had like his cult in like the desert or whatever for like 40 days, and he's like, I was leading. I didn't know COVID happened. I was on my yearly mission.
But yeah, so we started off watching him. We started watching National Treasure, and we started a little marathon, kind of, which only led to National Treasure. Really, did we see any other thing?
Well, we saw.
We saw Ghost Riders.
No, but his
and we saw his new movie. I loved his new movie. I thought it was hilarious. But I kind of watched him as like a kind of like a joke thing. It would be kind of a little funny type thing. I really enjoy it, and I've started putting every movie that I see, I put it on my list, and I'm just like, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. We had to take a break because my computer was dying. What about the goal? Like, who's gonna listen to this?
Us, because we're gonna have to listen through it.
Oh, I'm not listening through it. We're gonna post it immediately.
With all those gaps?
Yeah. This is a train wreck. Oh. Yeah, I think what the viewers want is the authenticity.
I really enjoy it.
The audio is gonna be so fucked up. We're gonna have to do it.
I really enjoy it though. I've been putting all his movies that I see now on my watch list. And I gotta watch them. I don't know.
I don't know what we're
doing. Hopefully you can hear us from there, moving the mic. But yeah, I don't know what he is.
I think
he's very interesting, and I really like that. Especially, I love watching his interviews. He's very odd.
I think he's turning into himself.
I'm drawn into. It's almost like an odder, kind of like a Jim Carrey now. Because Jim Carrey's kind of like the same way. Like you see interviews with him, and he's just.
You've seen the video where he's like, "Nothing's real."
Well, it's basically like that. It's basically like, it's not giving into big Hollywood, and they kind of want to be themselves. Type thing. They've realized that they're content with being themselves.
Dude, it sounded more like a mental break than content.
I don't
think.
think.
Weird. It was like, we're meaningless.
Well, they've been asking like him meaningless questions. That's what he's just saying. It's like, let's get to the real problems of the world and stuff. I don't know. It's nice to see somebody that like well known and stuff, very humbled. It seems.
Yeah. Well.
So who he is he's an enigma, shall we say? An enigma.
He's a puzzle.
A puzzle, yeah. Especially when you get into all this stuff he lost all his money on. He
bought like a $20 million like skull of a T-Rex, right?
Yeah, and the museum made him give it back and nobody reimbursed him. And then that's what I thought was hilarious about the movie, because he sees himself, he sees like the wax figure of him, and he goes, "It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000." I'm like, it's just making fun of like his money problems.
Yeah,
and stuff. Like he bought the first Superman comic ever, which is one of the most expensive comic books you can buy. But yeah, what's funny is he was supposed to play Superman with a Tim Burton Superman, which would have been weird. They have like him try on the costume and everything. and I guess the movie just ended up going under or something. But I
wonder why.
I kind of want to see it though. I know it's not going to be great, but it's going to be fun.
Can we talk about Disney right now? And I don't know if Disney owns YouTube and if we're going to get deplatformed after like our first episode.
Well, they
and,
own
like,
a little
5
bit of
people
everything.
watch. The shit that Disney's putting out is atrocious. I just talked about it
It's because
yesterday
they
in our
have a
group
monopoly.
chat.
They don't care.
No.
They can put out crap, and
It's becoming
just
terrible. Like, it is so terrible.
Dude, I've been telling you all this for years.
And it's disappointing because the Marvel movies were so good for a decade, and then after in Avengers Endgame, like aside from Shang-Chi and like Spider-Man, I thought Doctor Strange was trash.
Oh, I didn't like
The
Doctor
shows are like they're terrible.
Oh, the shows are awful.
I kind of like Loki.
I
kind of
haven't seen
I
that
kind of
yet.
liked WandaVision.
WandaVision was
I
alright,
kinda
but
liked-
there was still parts of it that just annoyed me.
I kind of liked the Winter Soldier and Captain America or whatever. The She-Hulk shit, I didn't watch an episode because I got rid of my Disney Plus account. The She-Hulk, what the hell? Why is she twerking? What are they like?
I don't know.
I didn't know that was fourth down, but Disney kind of ruined like 3. We talked about it yesterday. Like, there's like 3 franchises. I think Star Wars sucks ass now.
Oh yeah. Well, everything's so woke.
I'll say that. Well,
Too.
that-
Everybody has to feel included, and I'm like, don't make everybody feel included in one thing. Make many things that
I would just
are
say, like,
based around this.
Whenever they
It's-
talk about that, like,
you just force them
just
to
focus
make
on
things.
making a good product and less about like who's in it.
Yeah,
And,
nobody
like the
cares.
diversity. Obviously, that matters, but it's like at some point you don't want to like force feed viewers like your own ideology. I don't know how to fucking say it.
Ideology.
Yeah, and just make a good product. Like I will say this: the Star Wars shows have been pretty. I like the Mandalorian.
Oh, the
I didn't
Mandalorian.
see the Boba Fett one, but
That was alright. Mandalorian was better.
yeah.
Mandalorian might be the best thing that they've come out with. Disney's come out with
Since, like,
with new Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe Rogue One,
Rogue One was alright, but the trilogy, like the 7, 8, and 9, terrible. They were terrible. The movies were terrible.
Seven was.
7 was
All
average.
right.
It was
It
average.
was
It was
average.
the same thing as like New Hope, which is like.
But my thing is, 7 was average. 8 was just a train wreck, and you can't save anything
Why is
off a train
Benicio
wreck.
del Toro like some gambler like with a lisp? like what? Like,
Well, you can't save 9 at that point because you got to make up for all of 8.
and then one of the
then-
characters who whatever she was like a nobody.
Leia dies, so like,
Well, yeah.
what are you gonna do with that? Frickin' Luke is no more longer Luke. He's a crybaby. who's-
Like we gotta make some cool shit. I think
The only guy who remained the same was frickin' Han Solo.
They killed him.
Because I
didn't
know
even wanna
Harrison.
be in
Harrison, yeah, well, I know Harrison Ford wouldn't have allowed that. So it's just,
What I just think there's so many other areas where like a fan would be like amazed. Do some prequels on like
well,
the
there's
Jedi.
just so much
Do
stuff.
some prequels. I don't know really anything about Star Wars besides like the
There's some
movies I've
pretty
watched.
cool things.
But there's definitely like do people like the prequels and like stuff that hasn't been seen before. So like do a prequel on like how the Jedi Order came about. Like
Yeah.
even before the Anakin
Well,
stuff.
what we want
Get
is...
rid of the Skywalker.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what we
storyline.
want... Skywalker's been done.
Get
I
some
think it's a
cool-
cool story, but it's been done. Let's get over
Okay.
this family.
Well, we say that. I think I would be really interested in like a Darth Vader solo movie. That would be sick because he's probably the all-time greatest villain in terms of like popularity, and he's just menacing and like cool, like costume and dark. Do a Darth Vader thing, like a TV show or a movie, and then also do a prequel to like the Jedi and the Sith. Like,
Well, they could even do a
Stuff.
show with that just because it's so much detail.
I tell you what people want to see. They don't want to see politics. They don't want to see like the freaking weird.
Well, even
like the prequels that they made were all about like the Republic and weird stuff. No one wants to see that. They want to see like crazy ass lightsaber fights. Like I'm dead ass serious. I hate Attack of the Clones until they get to the big arena fight, and then you're like watching hundreds of Jedi fighting. Also, make the stakes higher. Why are the droids so bad? And the stormtroopers can't shoot.
It's like a
have some like depth. Like,
well, they explain it in one of the shows. The stormtroopers,
the
helmets are hard to see in. They do a little joke about that. What I think about Star Wars would be cool is just, like you said, get away from the Skywalker stuff all in general, and then you can make your story about anything. And they have so many different stories that you could do. I would think, for me, would be interested in.
Oh my gosh.
There's this guy named Darth Bane and stuff. And
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I think it would just be cool to see all the people up to Plagueis.
Explain the Plagueis thing too.
And
It's like there's so much. There's just so much freedom in the Star Wars world. And
Maybe
when
even
we
a
get back to-
Yoda, just like a Yoda, young
why don't we know
Yoda.
what
Because
Yoda
that
is?
dude,
Who is that guy? He's like 1,000 years old, and we just don't know anything.
yeah, it would be really cool. Just go off the books. Literally, everybody said I haven't read
Just
the
be
book.
creative.
I haven't
man.
read the book, but I hear the books are really good, and the stories are great. The sucky thing is they ruin some of the stories by what they put out.
Yeah.
Which is, I'd say the same thing with DC. I love DC, but
I think DC
they need
just
they
sucks
need.
at making movies.
Well-
I don't know who they got over there, but their formula.
I
like
really want to be
copy
the
Marvel.
president of Warner Bros. Or something because I want to clean it up. It's bad, and
What they're doing, like
they put a
trying-
good movie out maybe every 5 years.
I like a good superhero movie. I don't care. I'm not like I'd rather Marvel because their movies are better so far, and I like their characters. Like I'm a Spider-Man fan, and I think like all-time Spider-Man fan. So I'd rather watch a Spider-Man movie than Superman or whatever. But I like the Superman movies, and I like Black Adam, and I like the Batman movies, especially the newest one with Robert Pattinson. But like their version of the MCU and like the Avengers with the Justice League, I think what Marvel for 10 years got right until now has been like every character they've casted has been perfect for the role. And then you bring in Captain Marvel, and I don't like whatever her name is, but
It's the wrong person.
their movie making process has not been good.
Well, I think.
But now Marvel's.
I think their
trying to
comic books are way better than Marvel. I think their animated stuff is way better than Marvel. And you even see it's not even that far back. You just look at the Dark Knight trilogy, and that's great.
It's all about marketing. It's just.
I think DC does the best when they try to be realistic. The
Yes.
more realistic they try to be, the better they are. They don't need to be this comedic, theatrical.
Well, that's what Marvel's
huge thing
doing
that
now.
Marvel is.
That's what Marvel's become. Marvel was good when they had that perfect balance. Iron Man 1 was amazing. Like that movie
was great.
It was funny. It was realistic. Realistic in a sense, I guess.
As much as you can.
Yeah. But now, and we'll get to the Thor part that I didn't like. This is just gonna be a Marvel pod. I mean,
I'd be cool with that.
Anyway,
I could talk about it forever.
Thor. Okay, so Thor 1 and 2. Thor 1 was good. Thor 2 I enjoyed, but everybody didn't like, and they also didn't like the seriousness of it or something like that. And Chris Hemsworth said he was getting tired of the character and wanted to change things up. And then they made Thor Ragnarok, which was
A comedy.
it was a comedy,
Which I hated.
but I thought it was
better than Love and Thunder,
Well,
but
that's what I was
it's-
about to get to. It was good in the sense that it was different. It was more like Guardians of the Galaxy. So I was like,
Which
oh,
I
this is
didn't
cool.
like. Guardians of the Galaxy's own thing. I think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
should
that's
just,
its own
everybody
thing.
should keep their own thing.
But I thought that was even though Thor was, I'd say, over 50% comedy, 60-40 comedy to action or comedy to seriousness, there was still action in it, and it was still it wasn't forced humor. I didn't think it was forced humor. When you get to Thor: Love and Thunder, I couldn't It was
hard
I
to
thought
watch.
I thought it was hard to watch. It became. They thought that formula of they like Thor Ragnarok, let's double down on the comedy, add more comedy, and then people will love it even more. It probably still made a shit ton of money just because it's Thor and
Everybody
Chris
was
Hemsworth,
going off of.
and they were going off of Thor 3. I did not like it at all.
No.
I'd give it a 6 out of 10. And I like movies. You know that. I rate them all.
It's a love or hate.
Love or hate for me.
Too many superhero movies coming out. Too many superhero movies coming out.
They're all going to come out.
In too short of a time. It's like a new one every 4 months.
You know the Ant-Man's coming out.
Yeah, it's
Black Panther 2 is coming out.
It's like a new one every 4 months.
I mean, I'm going to see
Black Panther. Anyway. I'm not going to watch it.
I'm just going to see it anyway.
It's going to suck.
Because I know I like it. I like Marvel too much. And it's going to be an end scene. It's going to lead to another movie.
I think I've gotten to the point where I'm okay without seeing it. I think I'm trying to push myself.
I'm also okay with it. I just know I'm going to see it based off of like.
I think after seeing Eternals, I'm pretty good at not having like. It was a point where like, I'm going to see it, even though I know it's going to suck. I'm going to go see it.
Oh shit!
Because I want it to be good, and I want to see it because I feel like out of any movie genre, superhero spoilers come out quicker than anything, and so I kind of want to see it before that hits. But like, oh my gosh, Eternals was dog water. It was awful, and like it just made me feel more comfortable with not having to watch every superhero movie.
Yeah. It's sad what's happening to Marvel because it was like a staple in like the culture for like a decade, and now it's, I think, a lot more fans.
Well, as you see, they kind of try to politicize it too.
Yeah,
you can kind of see it in the movie. I'm not saying it's like overflowed with that, but you can kind of see it, and you're like, I'm going to a movie to forget about the world. I'm going to a movie.
Well, maybe it's like there's a time and place. Like again, I'm all about like the force. Like I don't want to be force fed some like producer or like movie making. I don't even know what they're called. Like their the studio's like beliefs or like what they feel pressure to put in. I'm fine with like if it's necessary, like we need to put that type of stuff in. But like whenever it's like it's just becoming like force fed. I don't really.
Well, you even see it.
It's like the twerking thing with the fucking She-Hulk. Like, why is she twerking? I don't know.
It's because that's what the people want to see. The people want to see a green CGI.
Also, first off, let's get to another thing. Why are they making Bruce Banner and the Hulk literally a bitch?
I don't know.
What is that?
He's become a pansy.
Dude, he's wearing like shirts and like button downs. People like
it looks like an IT guy.
They do not have a pulse on the on what the people want at all.
Well,
they've lost that. I don't want to see the Hulk like rationalizing with like some like wizard and like making a funny joke about his jorts. I want to see him like kill something, like break
rage.
A building.
I want to see rage.
I want to see him literally throw a fit and break a building.
Well, what he's supposed to be is he's a superhero of Jekyll and Hyde. He's supposed to have two sides to him.
I understand. And I understand
what they've lost about that is that they've made him one, and they didn't give him dual personalities. They've now made it into one to where it's not even dual personalities because he's not angry anymore. He's just
you're right. He doesn't get angry.
He's just hi guys, how are we doing? I'm at a Starbucks.
Yeah. I'm drinking coffee.
Excuse me, sir. You forgot my other coffee.
My whipped cream.
Yeah, I asked for whipped cream on top.
It was funny for a second in the Avengers movie, but then it's like,
this is a joke.
I'm like, all right, and I get it. It's like part of the comic book. Like I think there's a comic about like that happening. Like him, but it's just not like just because it's in the comics doesn't mean you need to do it. There's
How about Fat Thor?
Fat Thor was funny, but also they fixed him. They made him rip to shit in the fourth one. So it's like it lasted for one movie. It was funny as hell, but then like at the end of the movie, I'm like, I want to like because people want to like they want to look up to the characters, and it's like I don't want to be Fat Thor. I want to look at Thor like built.
Yeah.
Because he's supposed to be a god, you know. So, I think we just talked about Marvel.
This turned into a Marvel.
This is really anything. It's here goes nothing, right?
Yeah, here goes nothing.
Oh, it's me. Shit.
Yeah. Now you're running backwards.
Yeah. Fuck. We're 40 feet from the TV. So.
Far away. Yeah, I'm just clicking buttons, hoping for the best.
Yeah. I'm surprised we're at minute 50. I'm pretty surprised. It's just so awkward talking.
Well, it's awkward talking without doing.
It's also annoying because
while focusing.
if people listen to this, they're gonna be like, oh, they're kind of. Well, I don't even know if we were funny, but
we're everywhere.
But I know we've had funnier. I think we need to do a better job of coming in with something to talk about rather than spitballing.
Yeah. Well, I got a list of things.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Because I think we've had funnier conversations than this.
Yeah.
But trust me, people, we are
we're
funny. Just give us a shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to end it here?
Yeah, I
Finish
guess
this
so.
game? All right, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Hopefully, we'll do this once a week. I don't know. But thanks for listening, and just like and subscribe, I guess.
Bye.